Okay, and we're live.
Yay, we're live. Woohoo!
So, I have one viewer already too. So, welcome to Tuesday afternoon with Thrifty Tim, uh, where we talk about music, books, movies, and other such nonsense. And of course, with me is Sir James.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. My back is feeling a bit better this week, so I was just out of shape last Tuesday, so that's why I wasn't here, but I'm here today, and I got some cool stuff to show you guys as well.
Okay. So, did you want to show some of that?
Yeah, okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. Okay, so this arrived last Tuesday after I woke up from my long nap from Amazon. I got The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Now, this is a Lord of the Rings movie. It takes place 18 years before the actual Hobbit and stories that we know of Bilbo and Frodo and all those guys. So it's basically about this woman here, Hera, who's the heroine of the story, and this guy Wolf, who has a vendetta against her father, who is Hammerhand, and he's the one that they call the place Helm's Deep. That's how it got its name from this movie, and it's a Japanese anime film, but it's English. Don't worry. And the animation is fantastic, and the snow scenes and the winter scenes. Oh my god, you think the snow looks so real in this film. So I highly recommend this. If you have not seen this film, pick it up. You're not going to be disappointed. Okay, now we
So
get
it's
down
like
to
what my son and daughter-in-law would like. They're into anime.
yeah. Now we're going to get into some stuff that my friend gave me. These are late birthday presents that she had to wait to get me. Now, this is something I don't know how this is going to show up so well, but this is a
Yeah,
coin of the Beatles, and it says they've been together since 1960 to 1970. And here's the back. Sorry about the glare. That's
that's
the
okay.
best I can do for it. All right, now we're going to get into the other stuff here. And this is a cushion case that she got me as well, the Beatles, Sergeant Pepper, as you can see. It's pretty
Oh,
cool. I had a hell of a time to get this thing in here. I ripped a little piece over here that my mom's going to sew here. You can hardly even notice it.
okay.
But anyway, now I got to stand up for the last two things because these things are a little bigger. Okay, first of all, let's show the placemat first, and then I'll show you the blanket. Now, this is from Yellow Submarine. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's easy to tell it's from Yellow Submarine just from the
I
picture.
don't know if it's a mat or a placemat or what it is, but
Yeah.
this is what it looks like on the back.
Okay.
But I'm definitely going to hang this on the wall. I think it'll look nice on the wall, don't you?
Yeah.
I think it should be on the wall. All right, let's put this back on the coffee table because it's still flattening out. And last but not least, a nice little blanket to wrap around me when I'm watching TV at my lazy boy chair. Oops. It goes this way. And it's the same poster that's on the other side of my door, just in blanket form. Can you see this okay?
Yeah.
All right, so there's the top. Let me go through there.
So it has all the different album covers on it.
All the way up to, wait, let me try to pull it downwards so you can see down the bottom here a little bit better. It's hard to display this, but there's the bottom of it.
Yeah, I saw at the bottom of that earlier.
Yeah.
So,
All right, I'm going to put this over here on the chair. Move this out of the way so I don't trip on it. And sit down again without falling over. Whoa. Okay. I'm good, I'm good, folks. I'm good. Okay, you can make me small.
okay, I'll just make myself big. I
All
just
right.
I just pulled some records off the shelf for show you. Since I haven't been buying records for a good while. Uh, First off is the Dave Clark 5, Coast to Coast.
Ooh, Beetle Brad would love that. He likes the Date Clark 5.
Oh
He's got
yeah,
a
I
lot of
do
their
too.
albums.
Like this has Any Way You Want It on it, and
So does it have all the pieces, bits and pieces?
not on this one. The big one on this one is Any Way You Want It. Now here's one you don't see too often. This is one that James Taylor but it's before he went solo.
Ooh,
And
wow.
I got it like in a bargain bin or at a thrift store or something.
Who produced it?
Produced, well, it's Taylor Gargani production. For trying, looks it wasn't done at Apple and all that. It's but this one he's with a band called the Flying Machine. This is from like 1967.
Oh, I don't think I've heard of that album before. But I
Most
know James Taylor, yes.
most
Very well.
people haven't heard of this one,
Wow.
and so that's so not many people have seen that one. I can't remember where I got it at, but I know I didn't spend over $1 for it. Okay, the Rascals, Freedom
Ooh,
Suite,
I
and
like the album cover. Nice and shiny.
it's a gatefold.
Ooh, beautiful.
And there's a back.
Yeah, you can almost use it as a mirror.
And like they do America the Beautiful on here. Uh, People Got to Be Free. Those are a couple songs they do on there. See, these I grabbed here a lot from the 60s or early 70s. This is uh, the Spiral Staircase.
Okay.
And that album is More Today Than Yesterday.
Ooh.
And of course, they do that song on it. And they sing Our Day Will Come On Here. And For Once in My Life. And Proud Mary.
Proud Mary's a good one.
Okay, this one is trying to remember which okay, this label I'm trying to see which country it's from. I think it's like okay, Italy. It's Three Dog Night record.
Ooh.
It's suitable for framing is the title of it. But there's a song that they do on here that I really like. They do a good job on it. They do a cover of Elton John's Lady Samantha.
Oh, that's when he was in the band Bluesology.
Yeah. But they start the album with the song Dave Mason wrote, Feeling All Right, and they do Eli's Coming On Here, and Easy to Be Hard, and Celebrate. And speaking of Dave Mason, Traffic.
Oh.
This is their first album. I think it is. Oh, yep, it's their self-titled album on United Artists, and this has Pearly Queen on it, and Feeling All Right. So that's their first album. Then some Jackie DeShannon.
Oh, she's on Breakfast with the Beatles. She gives the Beatles news. She was on
Okay.
this morning.
And this album is New Image. This one's from the 60s. I know that.
Does it have What the World Needs Now is Love, Sweet Love?
Uh, Not on this album. But I usually, in fact, get her albums when I come across them in the wild. Okay, now for Chicago area band. This is the Buckinghams.
Ah,
Times and Charges, and like on here they do "Don't You Care" and "Mercy, Mercy, Mercy." Or two of the big ones they do on there. Now another different Chicago area band, the Crying Shames.
hmm.
And there's the back. This one, uh, and so yeah, I got interested in these through Paul. I did like the Buckinghams anyway before that. And
Ah,
okay, now we'll jump to the 80s.
ooh.
That this one is Arcadia. It was for a little bit when Duran broke up for a little bit. Like some of the members went over to Power Station, and the others did this album.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a hit with the song "Election Day" on here,
Ah,
and this is from trying to remember the year. It doesn't really say on the spine. I don't want to pull it up. Wait, I might see. Okay, now another one from the 80s. This is uh, this,
Asia.
and this is after Steve Howe left them. Uh, but the members of it on this one are Jeff Wetton, or John Wetton, Jeff Downs, Carl Palmer, and Maggie Meyer. And this had some pretty good songs on here too. Like the first side, I like "Go," "Voice of America," and "Rock and Roll Dreams" are some that I really like on here. And see, here's the backside.
Oh, yeah.
And this is on Aris. Oh no, it's on Geffen Records from 1985.
Hmm.
For Jorgen, some
Super Trooper. That's a great album.
yep, with Super Trooper and Winner Takes It All, and on and on and on,
On and on and on.
and
Do, do, do.
and Dante and Dante.
Yeah, that's a good one. The Winner Takes It All is a great song on there.
Our Last Summer,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Lay All Your Love on Me.
The Piper.
Yep. See, the full album's good.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have this album?
I think I do.
Okay.
I have Voulez-Vous.
Yeah, I have that one too. Ow.
Ah, I had that on cassette back in the day.
Yep, the culture.
That's a great one.
This is
Karma, chameleon.
That's when I got this one. That time plays on my mind in my head at times, and
I also like Church of the Poison Mind on that album as well.
okay. Okay, here's Mannheim Steamroller, Fresh Air
Ooh.
5. And so it's all instrumental.
Oh, wow. I like the gatefold. That's a nice backdrop.
Yep, and here's the back on it.
Mm.
This one's on American Gramophone from 83.
So it's all instrumental?
Yeah,
What kind of genre is it?
more like New Age.
Okay. I think that's something Jorgen would be into, I think.
Yeah.
Could be wrong, but
Okay, here's a Christian album by this artist. This is B.J. Thomas. It's a Christian album of his.
Oh, BJ. I know him.
Yep, it's
Not personally, but
Miracle, and it's Murrah Records. It's from '82. Okay, this one I was surprised when I came across it in the store. I didn't even know he put out this album. Paul was surprised because I found it on vinyl. This is Dennis DeYoung, from
ooh.
fame.
Hey, Hachi.
Hi, Hachi.
And it's Sir James. I'm here too.
Well, anyway, this is Dennis DeYoung. You have Boom Child. This is from like '89, I think.
Ah.
And the title track's pretty good on here. And
I don't think I heard of that album.
yeah, not many people have. Okay, here's some.
Born in the USA. That's a great album. Oh my God, Sega George would love it. No, it's going good. It's going good, Hachi. Can't complain.
Yep, I'm doing good too. This one I can pull the shrink off. This is a Christian album too. It's Phil Driscoll. He plays trumpet, and
Ooh,
he
I
also
think Jorgen would like that.
yeah, it's a Christian album. So
Yeah.
that's all from the pile that I have pulled out. So
Oh, those are some great albums. Some I didn't know, some I knew, but hey, you learn something new every day. I don't think we want to be this big. No,
so,
not like that.
well, right
There we
now,
go. That's a good layout. There we go.
yeah.
Wow, you got some good taste there, Tim. That's some good albums. So how you doing, Hachi? Nice to see you. You're in my stream on Sunday. I remember seeing you. Yeah. So any books to show? You have any books that you started reading?
Well, I started reading this one last week. This is the second book in the Elvis Cole series by Robert Cray. Elvis Cole.
Stalking the Angel.
This is a private detective one. It takes place in the Los Angeles area.
Ah, nice.
But then yesterday, I also started this one. I kept thinking that I had this and the second book for a good while. You might remember this book because in the '80s it was in a miniseries.
Oh, The Winds of War. Remember that? Robert Mitchum was in that movie, the miniseries back in the day. Yeah.
And then I also, in the hardcover, I have War and Remembrance.
Ah.
That was.
I don't think they made a miniseries of that one, did they?
Yeah, they did of both.
Oh, I only remember the first one. What's Hachi saying? Just finals for the semester left. After that, I would be in third academic year. Wow, that's pretty cool.
So, but then after I'm done with, because I'm over halfway done with Stalking the Angel, I'm going to be starting this. I never read anything by this guy. This is The Russian by Ben Coles.
Oh, the Russian now.
Yep,
you're welcome, Hachi.
And also, I'm waiting for, because I couldn't find my copy of Cardinal of the Kremlin by Tom Clancy. I have a hold on it in ebook form on Libby. So,
is he your favorite author?
Tom Clancy, yeah.
What about Grisham?
I have several of his albums or of his books also. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, but it's just that with for some reason, my Don't know what's my video card or if it's something with the software, like they didn't update that screw things up where my screen doesn't always come up the way it should because I use TV as my monitor on here.
Okay.
So,
Oh my God, that's cold. Oh my God, that's so cold. Because I have a cough drop in my mouth. It makes it extra cold to drink.
But sort of like when I had some kind of Starlight Mint and take a drink of water.
Mm. Yeah. So, is there anything on your radar that you want to get on vinyl?
Not really. Like I said, I don't get new stuff. It's all, and I usually just look in like thrift stores and used record stores.
Yeah, because we all have some holy grails that we want. And my next one is I want the soundtrack for the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. Well, that's what they changed it to.
Yeah,
Because when it first came out, it was just called Star Wars.
I had it before I went into the Air Force, but I had like mom and dad got divorced after I went into the Air Force. My mom got remarried, and he had some kids, and they tore them up by record. So
yeah, because it's like a John Williams soundtrack is fantastic. You can't go wrong with that.
Just like
everything he touches turns to gold.
Just like I also had the soundtrack to Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Oh, that was a good one too. That came out about the same time Star Wars did, 77.
Yeah, or I think it was maybe a year or so before it.
No, they were both 77, unless, because I think it came out the same summer as Star Wars did. Maybe a couple months later.
Yeah, but so have you watched that? So what have you been streaming much in the past week?
The last two streams I did was with Kate on Wednesday and then Friday, and then I did my stream on Sunday. It was my big Star Wars Day stream where we talked about Star Wars. I had my special guest, Mr. Beckham, up on camera. That was really fun. We had a good time with that because I'm a big Star Wars nerd and proud of it. If you like, I could show you my Star Wars movies if you'd like to see.
You could. I was going to, what I was asking, meaning is, have you watched any movies or TV shows in the past week?
Especially I finished disc one of my complete series of the Flintstones.
Okay.
I still have some more discs to watch. I still have to watch my Breakfast Club, but I was going to watch that on Tuesday night, but then I got this. So when I woke up, this cheered me up. I'm like, well, I know what I'm watching tonight, so I watched this instead, and that was really good. Let me grab my Star Wars movies off the shelf. Hold
on. Okay. Okay, I'll make you big now.
All right, here we go. Well, I figured while I was there, I might as well get all my Star Trek movies as well. So we'll start with the Star Trek because they're on the top here. So we have the original Star Trek series with Kirk and Spock and Uhura and everybody. So you get on here Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek III: The Search for Spock, Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, Star Trek V: The Final Frontier, and Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country, which is one of my favorites.
With me, my favorite is probably The Voyage Home.
Yeah, here's 1 and 2.
Because
3 and 4.
I like it with shoot. I can't remember his name with they were
Con.
no, in the boy home or whatever.
Yeah, with the whales.
Yeah, but I'm talking about with trying to get on the or okay the Soviet
Oh yes, yes, yes.
Chekhov where he was
Chekhov.
where he's finding looking for the the nuclear vessel.
Oh yeah, the nuclear vessel. Yeah, I remember that scene. That was funny. And now we go to the next Star Treks. We have the Next Generation movies, which have Star Trek Generations, where Kirk is in it and he meets Picard. Next, we have Star Trek First Contact, Star Trek Insurrection, and Star Trek Nemesis. I also have the whole Star Trek Next Generation series. So we have number one, Generations, the next two, and then the last one, only four. So there we go. And now, when they rebooted Star Trek as a movie, I have two copies of it. This is Star Trek, just a regular cover, but this is a nice one because you get Kirk on the front and you get Spock on the back.
Okay.
And you get a little booklet in here. You get the movie, and you get special features, and you get a digital copy, which I don't think works anymore, obviously. Then there's the second one, which is supposed to be like the Wrath of Khan, but it's called Star Trek Into Darkness with Idris Elba. I thought this movie was pretty good. A lot of people hate it, but I like it. And this slides off like that, so you can see that. And then we have Star Trek Beyond. When I saw this in the theater, I thought this reminded me of an old classic Star Trek episode. That's how good this was. And now we get into what we want to see, Star Wars. Okay, so this is my box set here. This is Anakin as a kid, and then the ghost in the back is Luke Skywalker. And there's the back, and then we slide this out. And then we have it like a book form, same picture, same backing. And we open it like this, like a book. And we have Star Wars The Phantom Menace, Episode 1. Then we have Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. I love this picture of Darth Vader. Anakin as Darth. Then we have Star Wars A New Hope, of course. The classic Star Wars we all grew up with in the 70s. The darkest of all the Star Wars films, Empire Strikes Back. This is a good movie. You will watch it, you will. Yes. Ah. There's my little Yoda for you. Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. And then we go to Special Features 6, number 1. Special Features number 2. And then Special Features number 3. And then we go to all the characters from all the films and the booklet to tell you what's on each disc.
Okay.
And so put that back, and there's still more. It has friends. Okay, next up we have Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now this takes place before the actual first movie of Star Wars. I'm not going to say how it ends because, well, you'll see at the end. You'll go, oh, okay, now it makes sense. But I'm not going to spoil the ending for you. But this is a very good film. And then we go to Solo, a Star Wars story. This is how Han Solo gets the Millennium Falcon, how he meets Chewbacca and Lando, and all that good stuff. And it's directed by Ron Howard, and Darth Maul makes an appearance in this film too. Then we have Star Wars The Force Awakens. Like that. Then we have, now everybody hates this movie. I think The Last Jedi is fantastic. I love this film because it's all about Luke and everything. So it's like going old school and you see Yoda and all that stuff. So we have The Last Jedi. And then last but not least, we have The Rise of Skywalker and The Return of the Emperor. And there are all my Star Wars and Star Trek films.
You mean you don't have Spaceballs?
I wish I did, but I never got it. But I love Spaceballs. Good movie.
My son has it. So
Wow, that's good, Hotch. I have a lot more movies on my shelf, but I don't want to walk around with my back too much, so I'm just going to sit for a while.
yeah, see what when
Of course, I watched The Mandalorian. I can't wait for the Mandalorian movie.
when I was at my daughter's over the weekend, she has Hulu, so I was watching. I watched like the first 5 or 6 episodes of Daredevil.
And how was that?
That was good. This is a TV series from like in the 2010s or whatever. That was on ABC.
Oh, and I think it's coming out this Friday or the Friday after
Yeah,
that.
the movie. Yeah.
There's going to be the last Mission Impossible film,
Oh, okay.
Last Reckoning with Tom Cruise, and this one's almost 3 hours clocking in at 2 hours and 50 minutes. Wow. I can't wait to see that. I wonder how it's going to end.
I'm surprised he hasn't retired yet.
I think Tom Cruise has too much energy in him. I don't think he has any signs of stopping right now. I think that's all his own stunts too, just like Jackie Chan does.
And I know Jackie Chan's coming out with a new movie. Now I'm trying to remember what it is. Oh, it's a Karate Kid one.
Another one?
Yeah, Jackie Chan's in it.
Oh, wow.
It's at the end of this month that it's coming out.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. I have to look that up. You know, but I have the Jackie Chan Karate Kid version. It's a good movie, but the original with Mr. Miyagi,
Yeah,
that's a classic. That's the one I love.
yeah. Then also I've been streaming some different TV series. Like I'm watching a Canadian one called Coroner.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know whether you ever watched that or not. But
I've heard of it.
and then I've been watching a British one called The Coroner, which is totally different than the Canadian one.
Oh.
And then also I've been watching Emergency, the show from the 70s.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
And I've been watching Death in Paradise on British show.
There's another cop show on in the 70s that my parents used to watch, Policewoman.
Okay, with Angie Dickinson.
Yeah. I remember that one.
But like some that I like from the 70s, I like I've come across them at times. Like there's Macmillan and Wife.
I've heard of that one, yeah. Never watched it.
And then now I was thinking of it earlier, and then I forgot it's that one with Dennis Weaver in. He's like a cowboy that goes to New York, working with them for a while.
Saturday night, I watched a movie with my friend Blood. That's what he calls himself. He's a really nice guy. On his Discord server. We haven't watched this in a while because I don't think our friend Martinez had seen the film. It's from 1993. It's a classic with Kurt Russell, Bill Paxton's in it, Sam Elliott, and Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday, Tombstone.
Oh, okay.
Because we're doing a little tribute to Val Kilmer. I love that film. So good.
Well, what did you watch? What is it Weird Science that he's in, or can't remember which one. It says John Hughes one.
Breakfast Club,
No, it's not Breakfast Club.
Pretty in Pink,
No,
16 Candles,
no, it's an earlier one. I can't remember the name of it.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
No, it's an
Who's in
earlier.
it?
I know Val Kilmer's in it. I can't remember who else, but like he's a genius and stuff.
Oh,
And,
Real Genius.
yeah, real genius with Jiffy Pop.
Oh, I didn't know John Hughes was behind that film.
If I remember right, he is,
Oh,
or he
okay.
was, you should say. Just like he was involved with the first vacation movie also. National
Oh,
Lampoon's Vacation.
uh, have you ever seen the Lawrence Kasdan version of Wyatt Earp with Kevin Costner?
No, I haven't seen that.
I have that on Blu-ray, and it's a double feature disc. It also has the assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford with Brad Pitt.
Okay.
I don't think I've watched that one, but I've seen the other one.
But whenever I hear that, it makes me think of a Elton John song.
Ah,
I feel like a bullet in the gun of Robert Ford.
oh yeah, yeah. I remember that song. Yeah, that's on ah, drawing a blank. Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, I think. That song's on there. Yeah. So Hachi, if you're still here, what TV series and movies have you watched recently? Let us know in the comments below. Yeah. Well, I hope that Jorgen will come and join us as well today because I sent them the link and all for the YouTube side at least,
Yeah.
and hopefully he'll show up and join us because it's fun when it'll be like the old days, like when we're all together.
Oh yeah.
But the really old days when you started doing this with us, and when when uh, when Calvin was up here,
Oh yeah.
and then he'd have his special moment of the stream where he cries and everything. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Those were the good old days when he used to come up and show us all the stuff. And but yeah, he's still collecting his. He puts up in the stories on Instagram uh, of all the albums he's picking up and stuff like that. He's still getting all his country western stuff. He's got quite the country western collection. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that much.
Well, see, he liked it because I collect classic country also, and so him and I like had had some of the same artists on that genre. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that Mission Impossible one. That's going to be a good one. I wonder how it's all going to end. Will Ethan Hunt live and save the day, or will he die? We don't know. Because after this, if they keep making the franchise, it's going to get a little overheated.
maybe
End it
he'll
now, and then don't ruin it.
maybe
It's
he'll
had a good run, so you don't want to push it.
maybe he'll get into a mission that's too impossible.
Yeah, but I think the movie that should come out, the documentary of the year, Thrifty Tim, the movie,
Nah.
where someone follows you around with a camera for a week or so, and you go to all the thrift stores and tell you what thrifting's like, and that would be an interesting film. Then I can interview you in it, and Jorgen could be in it. We'll all have a little cameo in the film. And we all talk about how we like our music, and it's nice to go out in the wild and find stuff, and because it really is.
Yeah,
How many soundtracks would you say you have in your collection?
I'd say probably 50 to 100.
Wow, you probably got more than what I've got. I don't have that much. Hold
Yeah,
on, let me grab my ABBA stuff. I'll grab my ABBA what I have to show you. ABBA. Let's get my ABBA. I think I have Super Trooper. I'm not sure. Oh. I don't remember what they are. Okay, here we go. Oh.
Are you ready for?
Okay, I found them.
Are you ready for me to make you big?
I'm ready. Okay, so before we get into the ABBA stuff, I have some other albums that I grabbed as well that I want to show you.
Well, I grabbed a bunch of albums off the shelf too.
Okay. All right, let me get these in order here. Okay, before I show the ABBA, this is something I want to show you as well. I have two Mamas and Papas albums. I have this one.
Yeah, I don't have that one.
And this one has on side one, dedicated to the one I love, Go Where You Want to Go, Words of Love, which is Buddy Holly, Look Through My Window, Dancing in the Street, Monday, Monday, Creek Alley, Got a Feeling. I love Got a Feeling. That's a good song. 12:30 Young Girls Are Coming to the Canyon. I Call Your Name. I Saw Her Again Last Night. California Dreamin'. I Call Your Name. That's a Beatles song. Okay, next up we have. Now, if this wasn't covered and you saw the toilet,
I have that album.
but if this wasn't covered, because there are album
Yeah.
covers that are worth something if you actually see the toilet in
Right,
here.
I know. I don't have the toilet one, so.
So on this one, we have side one, we have Monday, Monday, Straight Shooter, Got a Feeling, that same song that I like. I Call Your Name, Do You Want to Dance, Go Where You Want to Go, California Dreamin', Spanish Harlem, Somebody Groovy, Hey Girl, You Baby, and The In Crowd. And now we get into ABBA. Turns out I did have Super Trooper. There we go.
Yeah, I'm missing only like one or two of their albums from the 70s.
And then we have ABBA's Greatest Hits.
I have that.
Which has a gatefold. There you go. Oh, wait. I No, it didn't. I thought I had the gatefold. Okay. All right. Next up, we have Voulez-vous. Uh-huh. Sorry about my ring light there. And this one has As Good as New, Voulez-vous. I Have a Dream, Angel Eyes. The King Has Lost His Crown. Side 2, we have Does Your Mother Know? If It Wasn't for the Nights, Chiquitita, Lovers Live a Little Longer, and Kisses of Fire. And then, last but not least, I forgot this one that I didn't show the last time. And this is Country Memories featuring Country Memories Jerry Lee Lewis.
Okay.
And there he is playing the piano. And the songs you get on here, side 1, Middle Age Crazy. Let's Say Goodbye, like we said, hello in a friendly kind of way. Who's Sorry Now, Jealous Heart, Georgia on My Mind. Side 2, Come On In, As Long as We Live. You'd think by now I'd be over you. Country Memories, What's So Good About Goodbye, and Tennessee Saturday Night. So there we go. All right. You make me smile. Jorgen! Jorgen's here.
Hey, Jorgen.
Come on up and join the party. All right, you make me small.
Yeah.
And we'll bring Jorgen up.
Yeah, you going to send him the link?
No, I don't have it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll have to put it in the chat. I just sent them the link to the channel, I think. Or did I? No, I didn't actually send him anything. I thought I had, but I didn't.
Okay, Jorgen.
There you go. And I know Jorgen has some stuff to show because he went to a record fair on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He was saying he was going to be.
Yeah, he showed all everything to us on Sunday. He's got a good stack of stuff. He really got some good stuff to show.
Okay, well, I'll show
All right.
some of the stuff I pulled up. I did show this one last time, but I have 2 copies of it. Church Western Winter into Spring. This is New Age music. It's all instrumental.
Oh, wow.
Then Bee Gees Horizontal. Oh,
I've never heard of that album. What songs are on that?
Just a second.
All right.
Hello, Jorgen.
Jorgen.
Good evening.
I'll go back to you. Okay, this one on horizontal, there's Road is on here. Massachusetts is on this one.
Oh, that's a good one.
So,
nice.
Okay, now I have a couple comedy albums.
Darren Recordhound would love this. Bill Cosby.
By His Air.
Okay.
And The Best of Bill Cosby. Now, The Association, First Date.
Ooh.
Just seeing what's on here. Time for a Living is on this one. The Time It Is Today. Here's a common one. Jefferson Airplane after at Baxter's.
I'm guessing White Rabbit's on that one.
I'll check in a minute. I'll show you the.
Ooh.
Gatefold.
Nice gatefold. Like it.
Let's see.
Love it.
Side 1. The Ballad of Yumi and Punio. I don't see White Rabbit on this one.
Guess it's not on that one. Maybe it was on their debut album. Who knows? Jethro Tull.
Jethro Tull, this was. And it's a gatefold.
Ooh, nice. Do you like him, Jorgen?
It's not my kind of music.
Yeah, and just checking the but doesn't show a track listing.
Hmm.
Okay, now for something completely different than that.
Drag City, Jan and Dean. Yeah, I know them.
Yep, and this has the song Drag City on it, and Lil Deuce Coupe.
They were also like the Surfer, like the Beach Boys in a way.
Yeah, that they do Dead Man's Curve on here.
Yeah, I remember that song.
Then,
Wow. More Jan and Dean. Nice.
now changing again. I showed Jefferson Airplane one earlier. Grace Lake solo one.
Ah.
It's Welcome to the Wrecking Ball.
Wow.
I like this album.
She has an amazing voice.
And see this, well, see if you can see this here. See that gold on the top?
Yeah. Not for sale.
Yeah.
That was the biggest promotion logo I've seen.
Yep. Okay, this is Holly's from like the 80s.
Oh. I'm more familiar with the 60s Hollies.
Yeah. Okay, and then Bad Company.
Oh, that's a good band.
This is Rough Diamonds.
Ah.
And then some Pat Benatar.
I have that one.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my God, Dave has that one too.
Okay, I'll show you a Canadian band now.
All right. Chilliwack, yes. Opus X or Opus 10, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be 10 because that's Roman numerals.
Yeah. And some Black Sabbath.
Nice.
Rose.
Oh, Kate would like that too. Got some Aussie.
Some Blondie.
Ooh. Oh, which one's that?
This is the one with the Titus High is on this one. And
it's not their best album, but it's an okay album.
Yeah. Yeah, the Titus High is on here. And
Automatic.
It's Automatic on here. I might be overlooking that one. I see about everything else. Yeah, but the Titus High was a big hit on there. Now this is one of their 80s albums.
This is by far the only ELO album that I like.
Yeah, I like this album. A lot of people don't like it.
And it's the same, like I always say, many of those who doesn't like when the big artist does 80 things, they don't like 80s overall. So that it doesn't matter what artist it is.
Yeah, sort of like I like the song "Calling America." So Serious, I like, and it's not full of good songs.
I'm more into their older stuff, like the early stuff.
And then, of course, here is Time.
I had that one, but I called it away because it wasn't my style. It was more ELO that I don't like.
Yeah, this one has a prologue and Twilight on here, which was a hit for them. And okay, here's pretty much here's an EP.
Ooh, nice. I love AC/DC.
Now
I
here's
don't.
one that Mason would like.
Ah,
So we have Carl Wilson. Okay, some 80s Jackson Brown.
Yeah, I have that one.
Yeah, I like with the song Boulevard on here. I really like that song. Don Henley one, I like this better than the one he did like a couple of years later. Because this is I Can't Stand Still, but this is with the song Dirty Laundry on it.
oh yeah. Kick 'em when they're up, kick 'em when they're down.
Yep, that's from '82. Here's one the organ might like.
Never heard of her.
I've never heard of her either. Makes two of us.
She had a hit with the song "It's Never Been to Me,"
Oh,
and this is from '82. This album. Of course, I know this guy's not Jorgen's type either.
Billy Squire.
I remember. I recognize the name, but that's it.
Yeah, this one has a stroke on it. Of course, here's one James will like. I saw them on this tour.
Oh, Bon Jovi, yes. Slippery When Wet. Oh,
I
yeah,
saw
that's
them
an
on
album I
this
need to
tour
get.
over in Germany.
Wow.
And another classic.
Real good. And the Destroyers, yeah.
And this is Bad to the Bone. Okay, another Canadian band.
Hmm.
This is after Randy Bachman comes back to the band. This is like around their last album. This is from 1984. I should say Randy Bachman, not Bachman. Bachman. But like
Wow.
they do My Sugaree on this one, which is pretty good.
Boston.
Yep, and this is Third Stage. And I
Makes
have,
me think of JJ when Taco ate his Boston album, the first one with More Than a Feeling. Taco's his little
his
um,
dog.
pug. Yeah, he ate his Boston album.
It's more Pat Benatar.
Nice.
I'm not sure if I have that one.
This is Crimes of Passion. This is album with Treat Me Right's on here, and Hell is for Children is a good one on here. And, okay, here's some pop. His hits are mainly in the 70s, his guys.
This album is in my collection, but it's going to be called away now because I have it only for More Than I Can Say, and I have that on 45.
Yeah, okay.
I don't need that with the album.
Okay, I saw that this is a group that at the same time I saw Bon Jovi.
Ah.
Take this shirt off of here. The Michael Schenker Group.
Hmm.
Is he the one who is behind that distribution company, Schenker?
I don't think so. Oh, another one I can shrink off of. I didn't realize I still have the shrink on so many. And
Wow. Oh, the Fabulous Thunderbirds. Yeah, they're a good band.
okay, and this is a EP here, or like a 12-inch, sort of like a 12-inch single.
Ooh, Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Before Young popped in there.
Well, Young was in and out all along, but see, this was done for the song War Games. But I think they submitted this song for the movie War Games, but they didn't go with it. But or they might have, I can't remember. But this on the A side is just War Games. On the B side is Dark Star, Teacher Children, and Mary Cash Express.
Those two are good songs.
Yeah. Okay, more Billy Squire.
Okay.
This is this has Everybody Wants You on here. And okay. Jafria, this is formed by Greg Jafria, who had been a member of the band Angel. I saw Angel back in '78 at that fair, but they had couple hits off here, not like "Do Me Right" and I can't remember what the other one was now. Might have been "Lonely in Love." Okay, I know you'll recognize this one.
Men at Work, yes.
Yeah, this is their second album, Cargo. I had their first album also.
What was the big hit on that album?
On this one?
Yeah.
Like
Did they have any?
Overkill is on here. And Dr. Heckle, Mr. Jive. And
I have that Christine McVie.
Yeah, I really like this album. See, I like her better than Stevie Nicks.
I don't want to choose between them.
They're both pretty decent in my eyes. I can't complain.
They're good, both of them.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a guy that had done a Star Wars album, or an album with the Star Wars song on it.
Mecco Pop goes to the movies.
No, Nico.
Movies.
That is an original. It's not a compilation, isn't it?
No, because what he does is he goes straight through on both sides at parts of songs and movies.
Yeah, but is it a compilation or is it an original?
It's an original.
That one I would like to have one day.
That would be cool. I'd even want it.
Okay, David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat.
Nice.
I have Nico with the Oz, the Wizard of Oz, and I have the Third Encounter, and I have, of course, the Star Wars one.
Yeah. This one's from the '80s, so it's a little newer than those others. This is MSG single, 12-inch single.
Cuts Like a Knife. That's a great album.
Anatomy.
I have that one.
My favorite song on there is Straight from the Heart.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
I had that on cassette back in the day.
The full album's very good. Any Todd Rundgren?
He's good.
Yeah, this is Utopia. This is Deplace the Music. And the last one I have is a Christian one. It's Sandy Patty Hymns, Just for You. So,
interesting. Nice. That's a good batch.
So have you gotten any much lately, Jorgen, since that last week?
I've been on a record fair,
Yeah.
and I've been on a garden flea market.
Okay. Got ready to show them?
All right, let's go for it. Well, I saw them Sunday on my show, so don't mind seeing them again.
I'm starting with 45s. These are bought at the garden flea market. Climby Fisher from the 80s.
Okay.
Wait. I'm going to change my mirror. So now. 3 Degrees from the 80s.
Okay.
A Stockade and Waterman produced. The Heaven I Need. This is French synth pop, very early. This is from 1979. They had a big success with the album before this one. This is a French group called Space.
Okay.
Little pre-Daft Punk, because they were dressed in astronaut helmets and so on, so no one saw who they were. But it is instrumental synth pop from the 70s. Very, very special.
Ah, that's a great song.
Kelly Idol.
Eyes Without a Face and with a gatefold.
Okay. Yeah, I saw them in concert.
This is a bigger. This single is bigger than the regular ones.
Yeah, it is. And that's the first time I think I've seen a 45 with a gatefold.
Well, I have some. Now, the single I talked about from the earlier mentioned album.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
The only really great Leo Sayer song.
Well, I like Long Tall Glasses. And from his first album, The Show Must Go On, he wrote it. The song was a hit for Three Dog Night.
I remember this song "When I Need You" that we were forced to sing along.
Where he sang it in falsetto and stuff. Yeah.
We had those kind of musical lessons where we were supposed to. The music teacher forced us to do sing along and sing along to that song. So I'm a little bit fed up with that. When I Need You.
I have done with that, and I have several of his albums. And
this is a Swedish musician that had a very special story. His name is Jakob Hellman, and this is a song called Train. This guy released in 1989 a very, very popular album. It was popular among buyers, among the media and critics and everything. And he became a household name back in 1989. But he released that album, then he left the music business all of a sudden and didn't return until 2020 when he was a part of a TV show and decided that, hey, I'm going to put some new album online. But this is his first single, and I assume that this is a little bit more worth than the 50 cents that I paid for it. And on the same garden flea market, I bought this.
Okay, some Sesame Street.
Yeah, but we here in Sweden had a little different. We had something called Svenska Sesam, Swedish Sesam. We had a little special during the 80s where we had the puppets like Cookie Monster. We had Kermit the Frog. We had Ernie and Bert.
Yeah, it's hard to beat the Cookie Monster song, C is for Cookie.
Yeah, we have Cookie Monster here, I think. So, but the interesting thing here is that in Sweden, we had also a special comedy thing with Swedish actors that they were supposed to run a kind of a theater. and there were comedies about this, and so we didn't have time for as much puppets as the USA had. So puppets like Big Bird and Count and so on, we never had in Sweden.
Not even Oscar the Grouch in the garbage. The guy, the green thing that lives in the garbage
I
can.
think he popped up once or twice, but not that often.
Wow.
But this is childhood memories, because I had this album when I was a kid. I have it now on cassette, but for 50 cents, I felt like I could have it on vinyl also.
Yeah, for 50 cents, yeah.
Well, you can't go wrong there, my friend.
And maybe not the best quality, but still, I have it on cassette for listening. Now, for the record fair, George Benson and an album that was released in 1977, but it contains recordings from 66 and 67 when he had his first band.
Okay.
And it contains, among others, Lonnie Smith on Hammond organ. And Hammond organ and me are like this, often. So this is, I have nothing but high hopes for. Funk rock with Mother's Finest.
Okay.
I have an album with them since before, and a live album, and they are really groovy. Soul artist that I discovered when I watched once many years ago an old episode of Soul Train with Don Cornelius, and I was fascinated by her, and I managed to get. I have so far, I think, 2 albums by her, but it's not all that easy to find. But I managed to find the second album of Sulima.
Okay.
Released on Sussex. (1973). Duke Ellington.
Okay.
Such sweet thunder, and the interesting thing here is that he here does his own music for Shakespeare plays.
Okay.
So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what Duke Ellington has done with Shakespeare. And a jazz album with trumpet player Howard McGee and Milt Jackson from the Modern Jazz Quartet. And 2 CDs, one with the group The Killers, and it is produced by Flood, who has produced Depeche Mode, U2, and so on. And a band called Freak Power, which contains, among others, Norman Cook, that is before he was Fatboy Slim. So that is what I've been finding this week.
Okay.
Good haul.
Yeah. Good variety there.
Yeah.
So, have you watched any movies over the past week?
No, well, not that I call movies. I felt like this Saturday to watch Hasbro, the company.
Yeah.
Has a YouTube channel where they have putting up their cartoons. They have put up Transformers and so on. So they also
G.I. Joe and all that.
Yeah, and it's G.I. Joe. Normally, I prefer Transformers before G.I. Joe, but G.I. Joe has its moments, and they have put up those that are in a part 1 and 2, 3, and 4 series. They have put together into one movie. So I watched one of those movies with the G.I. Joe, and it was containing also Sergeant Slaughter.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Because Sergeant Slaughter was a part of G.I. Joe, and it was the Sergeant Slaughter that the wrestler that did voiceover for his own in cartoon animated wrestling character.
Well, one one voice actor that I was surprised that he did a lot of cartoon characters is Casey Kasem.
Yeah, he did the voice of Shaggy and Scooby Doo.
Yeah, but he did other ones too, like Robin and the Super Friends.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I can't remember who else.
He has done. He did a lot of the voices for Transformers G1. The only problem was that I think it was in season 2 or 3. I think it was 3, where they had a storyline where they did some stereotypical picturing of an foreign country, Arabic country, with a dictator. And it was Casey Kasem thought it was too stereotypical, and he got angry and left the show only for that, which means that those Transformers that he had been doing voiceover for were pretty much gone from the series after that.
Mm. And even Mel Blanc, or however you pronounce the last name, when he did Barney Rubble, he also did some of the other voices on the Flintstones, because you can tell it's him.
Yeah.
Mel Blanc was the one who did Bugs Bunny, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. He did a lot of the voices on those shows.
He was a while over on Disney also, even when it was very short time.
He was? I didn't know that.
It is. I think so. It also like if you watch Pinter Colwick, who did Goofy, he quit Disney in the, I think it was 40s, 50s. I went over to Warner Brothers to do some Warner Brothers movies, and during that period of time, when you watch those instruction movies that they did with Goofy, and when Goofy becomes father and so on, those are where they have a teller that talks during it. Those
Narrator.
were made while Pinter Colway was in the Warner Brothers, because the Goofy don't have that much lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't talk hardly anything, because Pinter Colwig was not in the Disney studio. He was contracted to Warner Brothers. Then he quit Warner Brothers and went back to Disney again, and then Goofy started to talk again in the shorts.
He also did voices of characters in old time radio programs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like you hear him a lot on like Jack Benny's show.
Yeah, he also did voiceover for a feature film of Gulliver Travels. The book.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool.
But he is, of course, most famous for Goofy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, I think Walt Disney did the voice of Mickey for a while.
He did.
Yeah. Oh, hi, everybody. I'm Mickey Mouse. And I'm also Walt Disney, too. And who did Donald Duck?
Clarence Nash.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
They asked him, how do you manage to sound like a duck? And he just said, well, I think duck.
I wonder if he did Huey, Dewey, and Louie as well.
Yep, he did.
And Daisy?
No, maybe. Well, the first Daisy, where the very first Daisy, where it is when Donald Duck is in a Mexican country, and Daisy is not known as Daisy, but she's is kind of Daisy, and also the follow up where they do. Mr. Duck steps out, it's called, and he is doing a jitterbug with Daisy, because those two are the one where Daisy speaks with a quacking voice, like a duck. But in the later movies, it is a woman who she talks like a regular woman.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it's not Clarence Nash. But the first Daisy movies, he does.
And then there was Clarabelle Cow. Remember her?
Yeah, but she was not that much in Disney movies.
And I know Peg Leg Pete was in a lot of them with Mickey and Minnie.
Yeah, but they have Peg Leg Pete movies also with Donald Duck.
Did you ever watch the one I sent you that I was telling you about from Blood, the Mickey Mouse cartoon from 1995?
It was eons back, but I think I did.
With Mickey's brain.
I think I did with eons back, but I if I'm not wrong, also you have that hen, Clara, the hen.
Oh yeah, the hen, yeah.
I think that it was also, if I'm not wrong, if it was either Clarence Nash or Walt Disney who did her.
And who did Minnie Mouse?
A woman. I don't know. I don't know the names of everyone. I know that in the later Minnie Mouse, there was a married couple who did both Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
Well, I remember there was a song in the Disney short, The Grasshopper and the Ants. Oh, the world owes me a living. Do.
No, that song is on from a Goofy movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that maybe it is on two, but it's Goofy sings that every now and then.
Yeah, because he took that from Grasshopper and the Ants.
But the Grasshopper's voice is also done by Pinter Colway, the Goofy.
Yeah, I remember when he sang that. Oh, the world owes me a living.
But Goofy sings that numerous times in the movies.
Yeah, he does. I can't believe it's celebrating its 30th anniversary.
Who?
The Goofy movie. It's the 30th anniversary of that movie.
Yeah, but the Grasshopper's voice was also done by the same voice as Goofy.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong.
Just like this was the victory in Europe, PE Day.
Yeah. But my favorite, my two favorite Donald Duck cartoons, full length features are Saludos Amigos and what was the other one there? The Three Caballeros.
The Three Caballeros, but that's not a short one. The Three Caballeros is a feature movie.
Yeah.
My favorites with Donald Ducks are the one that he did during the World War when he was in war movies with Peg Leg Pete.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a very, very interesting. I like this is a fantastic one where he battles the Japanese soldiers. And you see him flee through the valley with stones and with bullets and everything, and in the end you see the flood washing all over the Japanese camp, and he send a message to the base and say, Japanese soldiers are crushed away. No, washed away. So I just love this, and of course the one they gave an Oscar for where he kisses the I mindlessly what it's called, where he kisses the Statue of Liberty in the end.
And then there was the one I watched on Disney Plus last year, and I introduced you to it, Jorgen.
The Führer's face. Sorry, the Führer's face.
The Three Musketeers with Mickey, Donald, and Goofy, and Peg Leg Pete's in there. And that's where Goofy gets Clarabelle Cow to be his girlfriend. And then Minnie was the princess, and she falls for Mickey and all that. I like that one. That was a good one.
Yeah, but a dog and a cow being a couple, I'm not sure that.
Hey, cartoons. They can do whatever they want in the cartoons.
It's like someone says that when the times when Goofy is out walking with Pluto, it is a dog walking a dog.
Well,
Yeah.
so something that I like that we have now here in the U.S. is uh, this station that originated in Chicago, but called Me TV, where they show old TV shows. Well, now they started another channel where they called Me TV Tunes, and this is over-the-air TV, and so they play a lot of cartoons from when I was a boy and stuff, and like the Bugs Bunny, Roadrunners,
Yeah, I
and,
grew up with that as well. Yeah.
and Scooby Doo and all of that, and see, Doc even likes it because he can get it since he lives in Windsor, so just across from Detroit. So
Hmm.
It's pretty interesting because on YouTube it's very much easier to watch Warner Brothers shorts than watching Disney shorts because Disney is blocking everything almost.
oh yeah,
If they don't put it out themselves, there is.
they try to monopolize it pretty much.
So it's finding Donald Duck shorts on YouTube that is in good quality is not all that easy.
Do you go to that database place to get all the movies from, Jurgen?
Database, please.
Yeah, I like that library.
You mean Internet Archive?
Yeah.
The problem is the downloading from them. The files are so big. It takes a lot of space on the hard drive.
Well,
Because I went on there and I noticed that you can actually watch them on there without downloading them.
Yeah, but you know how I feel about sitting and watching long videos with on YouTube on the computer in the office. I like to see them on TV.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I can download it because you can download from Internet Archive, but they are so big.
Well, it also depends on the format you download them in, also.
Yeah, but mostly I prefer to have them in regular MP4.
Okay.
But it's the same that they have WWF collections also, but they are heavily big. I like to keep them and save them on a USB, but they take too much space.
Oh, I can imagine.
More space than if you have downloaded from Daily Motion or on YouTube.
So what are they, like DVD rips?
I don't know. No, most likely VHS rips.
Okay.
Because they're older.
Ah. That's amazing what you can find online these days.
Yeah, on the Internet Archive, I think the most fun is to find old radio shows with jazz musicians. There you can find live concerts with from the 40s and from the 30s.
Well, sort of like with me, I have listened to stuff like that. Like the Jack Benny show, they'll have sort of like jazz musicians on there and stuff. And it's also comedy and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then old Groucho Marx shows also.
Yeah, Groucho Marx. Oh shoot! Can't remember the first name. Burns. George Burns, also on there. Like a old comedian.
And
see, I've been doing.
You Bet Your Life.
Yeah, I've been downloading stuff from Internet Archive for years, just like with Project Gutenberg, also for books.
Was one channel on Internet Archive that I got stuck on, and that is a guy that I don't know what the name is, but he was an old collector of 78s, and he realized that when he got old that these records will not be forever. So he decided to do recordings on cassette on each and every 45 that he had. The only thing, and he did it with one cassette for each musician. So we have one with the Armstrong and the Ellington and all of those. And the interesting thing is that he also took a microphone and did voice radio talkings, announcing of the songs. And he has one of the absolute most stalest talking I ever heard. It's like, and now, and also he when it said something wrong, he put the pause on it, and you can hear the clicking between the. So he say, and now we're going to play click, click, and, a song by Duke Ellington. Click. It's totally hilarious, but it's great music. It is amazing to. Then when he died, they gave I think that they gave the collection to all the tapes to a library that then in their turn gave it to Internet Archive, so they can broadcast them as much as they want because Archive have the rights.
Wow.
Well, another one that I like that sounds Internet Archive is called Blast from the Past. It's audio, and what it is a guy that he'll play like pop songs and stuff, like older pop songs, and there's like then he'll start playing one he doesn't like, and then it will he'll do the sound of like scratching the needle across the album.
What I wish is that the Internet Archive would more Swedes would discover it and upload old Swedish radio shows.
Yeah,
perhaps they will.
Yeah, there are a few, but there are not that many, unfortunately. And if it is, it's mostly talkative shows, not music shows.
The boring stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, see that crap from the past. It's from like a community radio station or whatever, and
well, I have broadcasted community radio once. I found those very interesting because they are persons who have the power in their hands to do almost anything they want. They have imagination, they have freedom, and they can do and say most anything they want, at least here in Sweden.
Yeah.
It's interesting to hear what they find out. And unfortunately, there are a lot who just play music and they talk like this when they're going. Now we're going to play "Help Me, Rhonda" by the Beach Boys, and but some have real imagination and lives out and realize that no one can see me, they can only hear me, and I can do whatever I want in the radio. And I have a very limited, very few can hear me.
Wow.
And I was a part of that myself. I did very strange radio shows during the 90s sometime.
Maybe that's archived somewhere, Jorgen.
Well, I have some cassettes with old shows that I have done.
Ah. So what are you like in the studio and you have a record player and you put it on? And...
Yep. I see. It was a CD era, so.
Ah.
But I broadcasted community radio from 95 to 2004, more or less.
Oh wow!
For different kind of organizations, and I think the most craziest one was the one that I was calling Staffrin's Poporama Bar, where I had an audio bar that is an audio. It was supposed to sound like a bar where I was the waiter. And I had a guy playing a disher that I played with and was angry. I was playing with, and I was nasty to, and all the kind of stuff. And I play songs, and we can hear. I had sound effects with broken glasses and everything.
Oh, that's so cool!
And hearing glasses clinking throughout it and stuff. And
Yeah, and it was all improvised. We didn't have any manuscript. It was all improvised, and he was fantastic. He had worked for the time in the theater, and all of a sudden I could put on a sound effect of a case of glass just barking down, and can hear the shatter of glass and plates, and all that. I can yell, "Hey, what the hell are you doing? I'm taking that from your salary." "Yeah, you pay me so much." All of a sudden, he said, it was totally nuts, but we improvised and we had one hell of a time.
Was it in English?
No, Swedish.
Ah. And what was the music you played on there for that show?
The part where we did that comedy sketch was only 50 minutes, and for that I chose the music. I was at the time I was young and I was foolish, and I was very, very eccentric at the time. I wanted to play my music because I felt like my music don't play that much in Swedish radio. This is the space I have to get people know about 80s. So I played my music, and then the rest of the show, the people that work with the community chose.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was many various kind of stuff.
I bet you played Depeche Mode.
Not as much as I should, no. Not as much as I should, actually. But a lot of 80s and a lot. I was into Eurodance. I played a lot of Eurodance, much to the chagrin of one of the members of the community that said that one is dated, and I said I don't give a damn if it's dated. It's good.
Mm-hmm. Did you even have request shows where people could call in and request a song?
We had, but no one called in. And
really?
Because community radio wasn't reaching that much. It wasn't that much people who listened to it enough.
They don't have as strong of signals as these big commercial stations.
Yeah, they have, but it wasn't that much ads, so people didn't know we existed.
Yeah.
It was even that so far that after I left the community radio, I did some guest appearances, and one of them we discussed that me and another one discussed that maybe we should do a fake calling to the radio show where I called in and pretended to be a listener, so people could realize that you can call in to us to our show. But the problem was that the guy that this person was broadcasting with now was the one that I played with in the Poprama bar, and he would not be able to keep a straight face if he heard it was me. So we didn't tell him. So I called in and I said that my name is Carl Anders, and I'm calling from this and that, and I want to say community radio is the best. What I wasn't prepared for was that my ex-colleague would say, maybe you like to do a show on your own one of these days. You can call me afterwards and we can make so you can come down and make a show. And then I was stuck in a corner. What the hell do I do now when it says to my character that I was going to call him afterwards and he was going to meet me? So I just said, well, I'm working too much, but we'll see what happens. And then when I left after the show was over, I saw he's sitting and waiting for my character to call in.
Okay, well, I'm going to end the stream now, I think, because I think my son was trying to get my attention. So,
well, it's a fun show, folks.
Yeah, thank both of you for coming on with me, and also
my pleasure
for all the people that were in the peanut gallery. And so, we'll be back next Tuesday, same time, same bat channel. So until then, take it easy and keep on rocking.
Night, people.